Hey guys, well, it's Sunday. Just finished my 5K therapy run. Got out and got motivated to run. I shared a video that was on YouTube about people and on how you live your life, and it really hit home for what I've been doing. Listen, you're always going to have people that are haters and are going to judge you no matter what that you do in life. You got to overpass that. You got to get over past those issues. There's a couple boxers that I box with at Leading Edge, and the first thing I told them is mental strength, guys. You got to learn on how to get rid of all of the negative distractions that are going to come with it, especially with training and running. For me, running and boxing are huge. They work for me. It's a combination that helps. But mental strength, to know that what you're doing is for you and not for anybody else, and it works for you, right? It may not work for anybody else. I always say that you got to grow and gain mental strength for everything that you've done. I've had the haters, you know what I mean? When I first started this, to running a marathon, to running my halves, to getting inside the ring and fighting, you know what I mean? I've always had the haters that, you know what I mean? Like, running a marathon, you won't do. Okay. Running the halves, you won't do. Okay. Getting inside a ring and fighting. Okay. You're always going to have those people. Listen, I don't listen to those people, right? I'm just going to go out and do the things I got to do, and hopefully along the way motivate people, especially in my age at 44, that yeah, even at 44, you can do it. That's my goal, is to motivate the older guy, you know what I mean? And even the younger guy, that your mental strength is huge, especially with boxing. I told one of the teammates and his boys that mental strength, you got to gain a lot of mental strength to get inside a ring. Listen, it's just you versus you, right? And you have a guy that's facing you and he wants to figure out a way to beat you, right? So you got to learn the mental strength of the game of boxing, right? Just like running, right? You're going to get out and you're going to run a marathon. Well, that's 26.2 miles. How are you going to do it? Nobody else is going to run it for you, right? Nobody else is going to get out and put their shoes on and run the 26.2 miles for you. You got to figure out a game plan on how you're going to get from one point to the other, right? That's what you got to figure out. How you're going to from mile 1 to mile 26 with nutrition, right? And your training. How are you going to get from one point to the other? And that's just like getting inside the ring and fighting. What are you going to do to make yourself become a better fighter, to get inside the ring and the training and everything? And I always say it comes down to this, right? Your mental game. This tool is huge, right? We can become physically fit and active, but if this isn't well trained, you've already lost, right? So I train this a lot, right? Which is on my solo runs. And I just train the brain and get rid of all the distractions that come with life and all the haters that are, you know what I mean? But they all sit in the back, right? They don't sit in the front anymore, right? And that's how I train myself, especially with boxing training and especially with running training, is all the distractions, they go right into the back because they really don't matter, right? And that's focus, right? That's when you focus and you can get out. Because if you put all the distractions to the front, you're gonna lose, right? Because that's all you're doing is thinking about all the distractions. So guys, when you're gonna get out and conquer something, train this first. Train the brain to get rid of all those distractions and put them all the way into the back, right? Trust me, success will happen if you can do that, right? And that goes for everyday life and everything you do in everyday life. If you can train all these distractions and put them right in the back, you'll become successful at whatever you do, you'll become successful. So guys, happy Sunday. Hopefully, you know what I mean? I'm not a professional, I'm just an amateur boxer, but hopefully you get some stuff out of my videos, and hopefully it can motivate you to train better, right? All my success that I've had with my marathons and half marathons and running and in the ring experience and success is training my brain for me and getting all those distractions to the back. So anyways, happy Sunday guys. Cheers. Get out, move, motivate yourself to run marathons and half marathons, and maybe even train to fight and get in the ring. Hey, who knows what your goals are? But anyways, happy Sunday. Cheers.